Welcome back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric, along with Trent Haston, President and CEO of the Roby family of companies. We are your hosts. We're now joined by Mr. Brent Beason, President of B&W Fiberglass, and a great friend to the Roby family of companies. Brent, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, Brent, I know you and I have some Clemson heritage together. We obviously are both big Tiger fans, and I know that we can throw that in Trent's face anytime we want to. Finally got a championship underneath our belt. But you and Trent have also become great friends because there's a lot of synergies and similarities between the business that you run, your family business, and, of course, the Roby family of companies. Trent, why don't you talk about the history between you and Brent and how you guys sort of became friends?
I was good, Patrick. I was going to let you do the bulk of the talking today since you didn't get to speak at all last week.
Oh, man.
It was kind of making me feel good. I was liking how you opened the first segment.
Thanks, man.
But no, Brent and I have known each other 5 or 6 years now, and we are actually in a forum together with 6 other guys. Brent and myself make 8, and the forum is based off of us being leaders, president or CEO level leaders in certain size of businesses.
Right.
And Brent and I both happen to be generational, have a generational parallel in our businesses. But we work on family, business, and personal in our forum. And so Brent and I have really gotten to know each other very, very well. One of my very dearest friends in life. Over the last several years, and sharing successes and struggles. So I love the BW fiberglass story. And I'm very fond of Brent's father, Bill, and who he's in business with, who was first generation. And I think it's a wonderful Carolina story. I mean, Brent, thanks for being here.
Yeah, agreed.
And I think the listener, on our goal of laugh a little, learn a little, I think they want to learn about BW Fiberglass. I think you got a good story to tell. You're a great leader. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's a very interesting business. So, and again, like most family businesses, it all had to start with a dream. And actually, my father's dream started when he retired, and it kind of evolved out of boredom and then turned into a long list of sacrifices and a whole lot of hard work to get the business started. But just so B&W is 25 years old this year. We celebrated 25 years.
Congratulations!
In business. Oh, thank you. And since our inception, so we've bought 2 companies that are older. So one of our businesses that we bought that's located in England turned 100 this year.
Wow!
So that's a lot of history there.
So if you can't be old, buy old.
That's right. You got to buy all the old tired dogs. And then in October we closed on another business in the upstate of South Carolina that is going to turn is 90 years old. So it's a very interesting type of maturation process for our business. So it's and all of these businesses are textile based, and so we 100% harp on the old Daboism, using some Clemson stuff. Using some Clemson.
Get used to it, Trent.
Is he always says to bloom where you're planted, and for us. I believe in anything you can be successful with hard work and determination, and that's definitely something that we don't lack, I think, and just like Roby doesn't lack. So we're not stopping for anything.
So you said they're born in textiles, your business line. So you call yourself, you call yourself a lint head. I tell this story. I told this story the other day about a new member in YPO, and was talking about how I love coming to your plant. It's in Shelby, right?
Yeah. So the headquarters,
your
is
headquarters.
in Shelby. Yep.
And I come there and I learn so much because you are a fiber manufacturing plant, is what I call it.
Sure. So. Yeah, so I'm a mechanical engineer by training from Clemson, and went into the family business. I was a third employee, and it was all about what we could do with it to take the fiber to the new level. Along that time, we became very close to a family in Taiwan that had a lot of very cutting-edge technology as far as fiber production, and we became very close with them and started helping them with upgrading their technology and bringing their fiber to the Americas. So the facilities in Shelby are about 500,000 square feet, and they focus on value adding to the fiber that comes from the plants in Taiwan, and also distributing those fibers as a whole into a whole host of end markets. So the facility in Shelby is 100% full of lint. It's full of fuzz, and and I love all of it. It's who we are.
Well, Brent, it's a really impressive facility. Trent and I came down, and I was lucky enough to visit.
Yeah, I took
Trent.
Patrick because I just wanted Patrick to see it.
And if you're, people have probably driven by it that are listening to this thing 100 times. It's on the Forest City side of Shelby, on your way to Asheville on 74. It's right on the right-hand side. Beautiful property. You guys, I know you've done a lot of planning. You put some trees out there, and you have a pond for your employees to fish in, which I thought was really cool. But I'm sure a lot of people have driven past that and said, gee, I wonder what that is. And that's what we're going to do on At Home with Roby. We're going to educate these people on what they're driving past. But it's more than just Shelby. You said you have 4 or 5 plants in that area?
So we have that main facility, and then we also have our distribution centers, which are up the road in Forest City. So we have 2 more facilities that are in Forest City that they basically just house raw material.
Okay.
And then he bought a plant in South Carolina, which, Brent's
right?
very, his firm is very cutting edge and working with bringing jobs and keeping jobs in the state of North and South Carolina. So he got a lot of promotion out of that. I was very proud working with the governor and their team in South Carolina. Once again, big donors to the Clemson Tigers and their engineering. You're on the School of Engineering board.
Yeah, on the dean's cabinet for the School of Engineering, Computing, and Applied Science. Sorry, that just changed the name. I can almost stumble over that one for a while.
But you got right here, from surfboards to circuit boards, our products do it all.
Right.
So your product makes surfboards stronger?
So our product, the base of a surfboard is a woven yarn. So everything that we sell goes into some form of textile conversion. So there's not that much difference. There's a lot of technical differences, but for the listener, there's not that much different from the surfboard that you pick up to what's in your iPhone that the circuitry's printed on.
Or what's in your window.
Or what's in your window.
Or stucco in your home, right?
Stucco in your home, right. And so there's, as far as the construction business, the grid and the matrix that holds stucco to the outside of a lot of homes, hotels, things of that nature, that's all a glass fiber grid, and the majority of that's woven in the upstate of South Carolina. So we were very fortunate. We've been involved in that business for a long time to be able to pick up the value-added pieces of that.
Well, before the show, Brent, you were mentioning it, and for the audience out there listening, you have broken one of Brent's products probably on a weekly basis, and that is the tape on the Amazon box that has that woven piece of fiber. That's a similar product to what you have, right?
Sure, exactly. So that fiber in that box that cuts your hand, and you probably say some lovely superlatives around it. That's our fiber. So it's and actually that's a business that's actually moving to North Carolina. So a lot of that product will actually be made right outside of Charlotte here in the next couple of weeks.
I just think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, number one, you hear textiles are gone, furniture's gone, and I had lunch with a guy this week who is buying wood lumber mills. It's not gone. Open your eyes. It's onshoring, in my opinion. We have technology here. We have talent here. And then, like you say, you're partnering with the Taiwanese. You bought a company that was 100 years old in Europe last year or 2 years ago. You made that transition. You brought them into your culture, and then you bought another division down in South Carolina. So I think it's really cool. I think that can lead us into talking about your firm's core values and what drives y'all to the next level, and you as a leader. Will you stick around with us for a few more minutes?
Absolutely.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the At Home with Roby show.